Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from the mutant Nick Walker. Nick said on a podcast a few days ago he was 286, so I would assume he's in the low 280s right now. And Nick was only 255 pounds at last year's Olympia. He's currently about 30 pounds up from that at 14 weeks out. I think it's quite possible that Nick Walker comes in 10 pounds heavier than he did at last year's Olympia. This guy is truly a genetic freak. And of course, the weight doesn't really matter, but I wanted to mention that to you guys. And Nick Walker's hype has significantly died down since the Arnold Classic. I haven't really heard anyone saying that Nick is going to win the Olympia. But as I've said before, I can realistically see 4 different guys potentially winning this year's Olympia, and one of those guys is Nick Walker. A lot of people say he can only beat Samson and Derek if they're off. Nick Walker just doesn't have the structure. You guys have to look back through the course of bodybuilding. There have been massive and conditioned bodybuilders that beat the structure guys every single time, and I don't even have to name those instances. But this is bodybuilding at the end of the day, guys. It isn't classic physique. I think Nick still has a chance to win this year's Olympia. And I know I just said that Nick Walker can potentially win this year's Olympia, but he can also potentially be in 4th place because of guys like Samson Dauda. This is a recent back update from Samson, and I have to give credit to this guy. We can all agree that Samson's weakest body part is his back, and he's always posting back updates. Bodybuilders don't really post their weak shots, and I really think Samson's back is improving. It isn't the best yet, but he's slowly making improvements. And if you look at Samson's back double bicep, it looks like he has all the potential to have a great back. He just needs to stack on more density and especially more width on the lats. But even with that being said, I think Samson will be a serious threat at this year's Olympia. This guy is still improving from show to show somehow. I just don't get it. Now let's switch over to Regan Grimes. Regan should be about 4 weeks out now from the Italy Pro, and he actually looks pretty good in this update. I would like to see him a little bit more conditioned, but the structure on this guy is just crazy. And I have heard a few people say that Regan Grimes hasn't made any improvements, and I disagree with that. It could be just me, but I think Regan's arms got a little bit bigger. Now, he didn't make drastic improvements even though he took over a year off, but I do think Regan is better than the last time that we seen him. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, let's switch over to a very interesting image that Michael Krizo posted up today, and it looks like he got the angle on former Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry. But something interesting in the comment section, Krizo actually said that Brandon Curry will be top 3 this year. I'm not sure if he was trolling or not, but I think Krizo was serious. I'm looking forward to seeing both of these guys, especially Brandon Curry. We have no idea what he's going to bring to the stage. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Blessing Awodibu. And Blessing announced he will not be doing Tampa or Texas. Him and his coach Cameron Cheek thinks he needs about 5 more weeks to be peeled. Now, I looked at the schedule, and it looks like he may be competing at the Flex weekend, which is in Spain. I'm not sure if he's really doing that show, but that's where 5 weeks puts him at. And I'm hoping that Blessing has found a good fit with his new coach, but this will be their first show, whichever one Blessing decides to do. And as we know, when a coach first works with an athlete, the first showing may not be the best, but it usually only gets better from there. Best of luck to Blessing if he decides to do the Flex weekend in Spain. And let's switch over to Classic Physique. We have a recent update from Terrence Ruffin and Rough Diesel, and I'm not sure what this guy did within the last 2 weeks, but these updates look a lot better than the last updates that we talked about. Could just be the lighting. But Terrence said with the new weight caps, he more than likely has 12 pounds to play with. And those are the words of Terrence Ruffin. And Terrence is a very smart guy. I don't think he's going to try to pack on that extra size fast. He came in at his all-time heaviest at last year's Olympia and actually missed weight by 1 pound. But I do think him having an extra 12 pounds to grow will go a very long way. Imagine the physique of Terrence Ruffin with 7 to 10 more pounds. That's a completely different look. We've never seen that from Terrence, and I think it would be pretty impressive. Let me know what you guys think. And let's switch over to the Texas Oak Logan Franklin, who recently posted up an update ahead of the Texas Pro. And again, Logan is coaching himself. And I wonder if Logan has some type of injury this offseason. His right arm looks significantly smaller than the left, but a lot of guys have imbalances. Logan may be fine, but I've never noticed this before. We have not seen him since the 2021 Sean Ray Hawaiian Classic. Logan has some type of health scare backstage at the Olympia, and was unable to compete. But I hope we get to see a good version of Logan at the Texas Pro. He hasn't competed since 2021, and he's also coaching himself for this show. But Logan has amazing posing. Maybe the posing can carry him to a win. Dancovea Anderson will also be at the Texas Pro. This is a recent update from him. Dancovea is looking pretty conditioned from the front, but he's usually a little bit soft from behind, and his side leg can also be a little bit soft. It's possible it's a muscle maturity issue, but as of right now, Logan and Dancovea are looking like the front runners for Texas until the list comes out. Now, I did want to talk about the classic physique division from the Tampa Pro. On the left, we have Greggo, who actually won this show. Congratulations. And on the right, we have Dommar. And going into this show, I thought that Carlos was going to be the winner because a few weeks ago, he won the Atlanta Pro and Greggo took 4th at that show. Greggo has probably done about 3 or 4 shows this year, and he finally got a win in Tampa. He's also coached by Krizo, by the way. I slightly preferred Carlos. He has better arms, a better back, but Greggo has better tan, better oil, better structure. You just can't take your eyes off the guy. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about these two physiques? And I think that both of these guys have great classic shots. Greggo just looks crazy in the front lat spread, and Dommar hit about 4 different poses. I really like to see that, guys. Big fan of the posing. But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. Name as many of these bodybuilders as you can in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow is the Tampa Pro. We're probably going to see the best version of Hunter Labrada. Actually, this video probably comes out tomorrow morning. Either way, I'm Krishan from GOAT Fitness. I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. That's it. I'm out.